show you what it is. I mean, it's.
Real quick, don't even show me it, but let me ask you this. When Snoop Dogg talks about sticky, icky, put it in your hair, what does that mean? Like, is it actual sticky? It is actual sticky, right?
It's,
that's how little I know about
cannabis
weed.
grows with the resin glands.
Oh, resin, it's a resin.
And it's a resin gland,
yeah.
And they create, it's a sticky resin gland. I mean, you can get some that, there's no sticky icky, it's just straight ditch weed. And it's, you know, it's that old garbage, you know, and it's, I mean, it's got low THC cotton, there's not much resin glands, but you get stuff that is like real medicine these days that is grown for a reason of medicinal purposes and for potency, and there's many reasons for that.
There's so much out there, dude. Here's the thing. If there's no way to test for impairment on, like if somebody's driving high, I'd rather, okay, between high and drunk, I'd rather take high, but how about just sober? Let's drive sober. But without anything.
So it's some people's medicine. It's millions of people's medicine.
Okay, now let's think, if it's just medicine, do you have to, isn't there like the CBD, the oil that is the medicine?
CBD is medicine.
But is THC actual medicine?
THC is the actual real medicine. CBD helps cure disease and depression, anxiety, pain. But when you add THC to it, it's an entourage effect, and it actually ups the actual potency of the medication. Okay, that's what kills cancer. That's what kills diabetes. That's what kills melanoma. That's what kills seizures. To a complete, like...
I don't know if it kills cancer.
Oh, it's proven. Why does the government have patent? You want to see the patent number right now?
No, I don't want to see the patent.
The government owns the patent for neurological and for
I don't think
for cancer.
Because there was a local girl who had cancer, and everyone was saying like, try this. She's like, dude, I tried. It doesn't do anything. I'm not saying it's gonna work every single time. I just don't know if I believe all the hype on that. I'm not saying hemp and all that stuff isn't good, but like I said in my video, well, I don't want to smoke a hemp rope.
The a hemp rope's not to be smoked. CBD and the oils, and actually you don't smoke the fibers. You know, you take all that, you extract all the juices, the oils out of the actual plant, right? And then you use the remaining plant, stalks, stems, and everything to create fibers, ropes.
And that's all good stuff, but what if, let me ask you this, what if they just had it so you only use the oil and all that stuff, but you can't smoke it? Would you still be like, yeah, we gotta have this thing? Because isn't this just for smoking weed and growing 12 plants if you're 21 years old?
It is for everything. It's actually going to be for growing hemp, also for extracting the oils. Yeah. For everything. And I would take the oil. I mean, if you couldn't smoke it, I would take the oil if that's the only option there was. But you can smoke it, so you better smoke it.
Well, let me ask you this: what if you got a kid that they're 12 to 15 is a really formative time for the brain? You're not saying, hey, spark it up.
Yes,
no, you're not.
Listen, my daughters, okay, they are now 17 and 18, 17 and 19, and they were never a fan of it, or for when they were coming up younger, mom would try to turn them against it. Now mom smokes it, okay, but
way to go, mom. Just kidding.
They took their own thoughts and everything into consideration, and watching how I came up and how they seen that I killed the stigma. I was never lazy like they say it is.
No, you're definitely a go-getter.
I'm a go-getter. Not lethargic.
But a lot of parents, dude, as like me, that's a terrifying thing. Like if they're edibles and they're gummy bears, which I know parental, you have to be there.
Yes.
That's accidental ingestion. But dude, if you're saying I wouldn't say, if you're pro legal weed, I would say don't be saying the kids should be smoking.
Listen, kids are gonna smoke it. They're already smoking. But listen, the age from 12 to 16, 15, 16, 17 is, I mean.
So what I'm saying is,
if you're gonna have,
I'm kind of concerned with that. I mean, weed be legal because it's uncomfortable for me. And you know what I mean? I'll just, maybe I'll even get biblical and say, what if it's like the end times, and then we're just kind of going, I mean, this is kind of, I'm only partially joking right here. Like where the world just becomes like the Romans were all like getting crazy, and we're just like, legalize everything, dude. Next is heroin, it's all good. So you're saying this is we're gonna watch this thing to make sure it doesn't go off. We're gonna say, this is your moment, dude. Tell us why parents who are concerned, or just people, even if you don't have to be a parent, if you don't like the way maybe society is going, like to this liberal, uber liberal craziness, what do you say to people like us who are scared?
You got to give it a chance, first of all. Second of all is it's not what y'all look it out to be. It's a very natural, God-given barren seed and plant that was put on this earth for a reason, and I truly believe that. It's your decision to think different. No side effects. It's helping millions of people around the whole country. People on their death and dying beds who can't even eat, who got nausea, who got bloated stomachs. I mean, the minute they smoke the herb, the minute they ingest the oil, which is a whole different level because it's actually 80% of the medicine versus smoking it, which is only 6%. So anxiety, it's relieving a lot of problems out there in this world, and it's there for a reason. Recreational wise, it's recreational. People smoking it because it's helping with their depression. It's helping with their anxiety. It's helping them to balance and cope with daily life. And it's not that you can't cope without it. It's also a plant to where when you don't smoke it, you're not going to sit here and be like, I mean, I'm not addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's not like that. It's not like you're dependent on alcohol and it's hard to wean yourself off. It doesn't work like that. Kids. That's a tough one.
It's not. Don't smoke weed, kids.
It's
See how easy that is?
I'm not saying smoke weed for kids, but they see their parents in many households throughout the country that consume it, and they see their parents consume alcohol, and then they see the difference, and they can see what it really is. You know what I'm saying? And there's parents that are, I mean, in traumatic injuries and things that really, they could be against it, and then they see how their parents or who are their family members are like thriving off life now, or at least living a more comfortable life before they die and pass away because of the cannabis, man, because of the oil.
But that's all the medicinal. We're talking about the recreational, which is, I still don't like the recreational. It still makes me uncomfortable.
Well,
because we people smoking the herb all over the place.
Recreational should be recreational for the simple fact is you're gonna stop a lot of arrests that are going on. You're gonna stop a lot of imprisonment. I mean,
and how much money do you think we'll make? Because the 10% tax imposed.
Well, let's put it this way: Canada just legalized the whole country. Okay,
yeah.
They were $650 billion in debt. The next day, they were out of debt 100%.
You better not be giving me that.
I'm not joking. By 10 o'clock in the morning, they already sold $350 billion worth of cannabis through the whole country.
Whoa.
By the end of the night, they were completely debt-free.
And I want to say $100 billion of that was he bought it. I'm just kidding.
Hey, man, you never know.
Listen, we're gonna wrap it up.
That's the truth.
Okay, I appreciate you doing this, dude, because you've given me stuff to think about. I'm still, because you have a lot of information. I don't know, I'm still uncomfortable with it, but I do think money would be helpful. Less incarcerations.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. Infrastructures.
More Snoop Dogg albums on cover of High Times. Right? Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know, so we'll see. You're saying vote yes on Prop 1?
Vote yes on Prop 1. I mean,
I'm saying maybe. The jury's still out, kinda, but I don't know.
There's no reason not to. You're actually, when you're voting no, you're actually holding back the potential that a few votes could not pass it. I mean, chances are it's going through. There's no stop.
I have a feeling you're going to be right about that.
There's no stopping it. I mean, the reports are out. It's obvious. I mean, it's there, man. I mean, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't harm. There's no side effects, and this impairment that some of these.
I think it does harm when you smoke it, though. Still.
No, it doesn't.
Let me ask you this question. I'm going to switch topics as we wrap this up. I'm going to wrap Eminem rap devil or Machine Gun Kelly rap devil versus Eminem kill shot. Which one did you like, real quick? Who do you think killed it on that one?
Man.
He didn't know I was going to ask him this, by the way. This is totally on the spot.
Honestly, I think they both did a pretty phenomenal job.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. They both had their flaws and they both had their good.
Yeah.
So.
Did you know Machine Gun? Were you aware of Machine Gun Kelly prior to Rap Devil? Because I wasn't.
I was, yeah.
Okay, I figured you kind of knew. He's more into the hip hop than me, but I do love my Eminem.
Yeah.
So, all right.
But they both are for cannabis.
Yeah, they are. So we don't know what to say about that. Ted Nugent's not for it though.
But guess what? Eminem has voted yes on Prop 1. He's in.
He's from
Michigan.
Detroit,
so if I have to take one, I gotta go with Eminem. He's
Rap
from
Devil,
Michigan.
what's up? All right, dude, thanks so much for doing this, man. I appreciate this. We're here with Phil. Come to Diamond House International. You guys know where it is. This guy.